Good morning and welcome to another episode of Hard Factor. It is Tuesday, April 27th, 2021, episode number 676 of Hard Factor. I'm Will. We got Mark, Wes, Pat, and Bubba producing. Fellas, you ready to attack this Tuesday?
Oh, yes. Yeah.
It's also Babe Ruth Day, Prime Rib Day, Free Feral Cat Spay Day, and Tell a Story Day, which is appropriate for us.
Prime Rib Day, Babe Ruth Day, that's a chicken or the egg, right?
Fat Boy Summer is what that is. Yeah. So
call your dip in the au jus sauce.
So, also, following up on yesterday's episode, Oscar's Best Picture was Nomadland. Mark won that one.
Yeah, that was easy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Listener Spencer also caught some of the...
Pat thought it was going to be the movie that won absolutely 0 awards. I think original screenplay was it for Perfectly Strange Woman or whatever it's called.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, you thought that was going to win Best Picture?
Yeah, he
did. That was he called a shot on that.
Oh, no.
Not even close.
Oh, no. You guys are about as fucking dumb as all the news outlets. They were like, can you believe that viewership has hit its lowest on the Oscars?
And was it 9 million?
Every other TV thing ever, forever.
Oh, well, the Oscars. I will watch Nomadland. I promised I'd watch the winner.
They got it right.
I will watch nothing else. Also, listener Spencer caught the DMX funeral procession live. Sent me a video. There was also Bentleys, Lambos, Hummers, everything befitting send off to DMX. It's very sad we can't play any X at the end of this podcast anymore.
So it's playing in my mind right now.
Yeah. Stop, drop. Upcoming stuff. PFT will be on tomorrow. Don't miss that. I got nothing else. I'm ready for the show. You guys
do the news.
Let's do the news. First up is the Daily Buzz. Number 5. Vaccine shot rates are really cooling off across the entire USA. According to the New York Times, 8% of people scheduled for a second shot just straight up aren't getting it in the U.S. And the vaccination rate across the U.S. has fallen sharply in the second half of April in general. Just so was going up, and then down. So
if I read one thing that tells me that I don't need the second shot, I'm not getting it.
Well,
you're still looking.
Yeah, I just gotta find one thing.
They really want you to get that second shot. You'd be with the 8% who are skipping it right now. I think there may be an adoption issue with the vaccine, at least in the U.S., potentially worldwide. We're right now, as of taping, with 95 million fully vaccinated Americans, about 45 million more with one shot that need the second. We probably need about 300 million for herd immunity. You guys think we're getting there?
Ooh.
No, because they say the kids can't get it, so that fucks up herd immunity.
Oh, okay. I guess.
Yeah, it's
what?
Yeah, no, that's what I heard. It's the vaccine. The kids under a certain age can't.
So it's
get
impossible anyway. So we're not. So what's the point in trying?
Wes just announced his one thing that convinced him not to
there
get
it
the
is.
second one. Yeah, he just
you don't
authored by Wes.
He found it.
That's it. I'm not getting it.
There's no point.
Oh, anyways, I know when I got my second shot, that the line was literally fractional from the 3 weeks earlier. It was like literally a tenth of the people were
my
there.
My second shot's on Wednesday, so I'll let you know later this week.
So Nevada at
similar.
least. Yeah. If Austin's similar, we'll see. So that's the shots. Everybody go get them because they're available. Nobody's taking them. Number 4, Kim Kardashian is rumored to be dating Van Jones of CNN. So congrats to the happy couple. Hopefully this fuels Kanye to write an amazing new album. That's all I got for that.
He's kind of old. I mean, he's 52.
Van Jones?
Yeah, how old is Kim Kardashian?
Is he?
She's like 40.
She's got to be 40,
she's 40,
right?
I thought Van Jones was in his mid-40s.
He's looking good if he's 52.
She's 40. I guess 12 years at that age.
He looks great for 52 if he's 52. He could also get into like a personal fitness instruction. Because
would you, if you were Van Jones and you hadn't watched Kim K Superstar,
he has.
But let's say you hadn't.
Are you talking about the sex tape? Who has
with Ray J? Yeah, he's seen it.
Everyone's seen that.
Just saying you hadn't.
Everybody's seen it.
So he was in a coma.
Okay. For the sake of argument, let's say you hadn't. Okay. And you knew that a relationship with Kim K potentially on the table. Do you watch it or do you skip it?
Oh, you watch
If you
it.
haven't seen it, you skip it.
You skip it? Yeah. How could
Well,
you have the discipline?
No, at this point, no. You probably watch it
For technique?
No,
you
you
probably
watch it when you first started dating.
You watch
like,
it when they first start dating.
Yeah, you
Exactly.
first-
If he
you
hasn't
definitely
watched
watch
it once they're an item, he doesn't watch it. But like after their first date, he goes home and watches.
You
it. He's
watch
like, This is what's in store. Now, if he hasn't watched it once they're like somehow, if he hasn't watched it once they're like dating, then fuck no, you don't watch it.
I think she calls Ray J daddy in that. That's a tough pill to swallow.
So every guy she's been with since then had to swallow that pill.
She does worse than that.
Pat, you
And Ray
can't.
J's like, I'm not a lawyer.
Pat, you only like to get with virgins.
She's right, and she's also worth like millions and millions. I mean, it's a
She's got a dumper on her. What do you
probably
want?
a good thing for Van Jones.
I've never
whether
gotten
he's
with a
seen the
virgin.
tape or not.
Actually, so there you go, Mark. That dispels that argument.
Sounds like some slut shaming going on over there.
No, I'm just curious. Is it interesting? Okay, whatever.
Yeah.
It's pretty interesting. The CNN guys dating the whatever.
Slut shaming.
Pat, if you found out that any of your girlfriends had sex tapes out there that you could readily easily watch, would you have watched those? Yeah, skip it, right? Yeah.
Well, he'd break up with her. It sounds like.
Nah, you'd watch it.
I'm sex positive.
Yeah, you'd watch it. You'd watch it for sure. Who? Okay.
Would you guys watch it?
Yes, I'd watch.
watch.
Okay, I'd watch it. Yes. Moving
If
on.
I was dating her,
Pat would leave it in a box with the rest of the other stuff.
I'd watch any of it. If anybody was dating anybody,
swear
I'd
to
watch
fucking
it.
God, Will, if you watch my imaginary girlfriend's sex tape, I'm gonna.
Dude,
we're gonna have words.
the sex tape is out there, and it's like as big as the Kim K one. I'm watching it. Number
Van
3.
Jones has seen it. Yeah, go ahead.
Van Jones has seen the video. Number 3. Sadly, again, more shootings. This is a follow-up from last week. Andrew Brown Jr. Was shot and killed by officers in Elizabeth City, North Carolina last Wednesday. The 42-year-old man was said to be fleeing the scene of a drug investigation when he was shot from behind and killed. The video is expected to be released by the city at any time. Could be released while we're recording this. So we have not seen that yet. The Brown family is upset that they haven't been allowed to see the video in its entirety. Prior to being released. They've only seen about 20 seconds. And protests are expected to potentially intensify.
What was the date he died again, Will?
Last Wednesday. Last Wednesday.
They got to show it to the family before they release it.
Right, and they did. They showed 20 seconds.
They
but
delayed
the family
like for
didn't
5
see
hours.
Enough. Yeah,
they were going to show it to him at like 11 a.m. on what day was it? Monday. And then
Monday.
And then they delayed it till like 1:15 p.m., then 3:15 p.m., and they only showed them 20 seconds. And their reaction and from the description of it is, it doesn't sound good.
The family and their attorney, I believe, referred to it as what they were describing as an execution style.
Yeah, it doesn't sound good. They were
Right.
calling in. Like
We
a state
haven't
of
seen the
emergency.
video.
Yeah.
We don't want to speculate.
No,
but it's more shooting in the news with police officers involved. 7 deputies are on leave while the matter is being investigated. And the video still comes out. So we'll talk a little more about that once we see it, probably. Also, a middle schooler in Plymouth, Minnesota, fired off a handgun in the hallways on Monday. Luckily, nobody was hurt. So
was it what's it called in the other guys? Was it an office shot, or what do they call it when you shoot in the air? Was it one of those?
Warning shot?
No. Office pop.
Desk pop. Was it a desk pop?
Desk pop. No, it was in the hallway. The kid just shot into the ceiling.
Well, it's close. That's close to a desk pop.
Yeah. Dangerous. Luckily, middle schoolers lay off the handguns. Number 2 is the census. America is growing the slowest it ever has since the Great Depression, 7.4% gain last year. And people are mostly migrating away from former population centers. Bubba's going to show you guys a chart with the congressional change. So there was a net +7 to North Carolina, Florida, Texas, Colorado, and Montana. And Oregon, with Texas getting 2 of those seats, the rest getting 1, and net -7 to California, Illinois, Michigan, Ohio, West Virginia, Pennsylvania, and New York.
And you're talking about seats in Congress. So
seats
new Congress
out of the 435 congressional seats.
It's still
federally.
435. They just rotated 7 and 7.
Correct.
Right? 7 lost in blue.
Net
7
gain to the red states. It looks like
New York. Do you see was 900 people away from keeping their same?
Oh, so close.
Yeah.
New York never gets anything.
Probably they just didn't have enough people fill it out, which is
first time notably that California has ever lost a seat in Congress. And speaking of California losing out, the number 1 trend in the Daily Buzz today is Elon Musk, gentlemen. That's why I'm wearing the sweatshirt and not the dress jacket today, because Elon this week has done a shitload of things. He has assured everyone that people will die in the effort to colonize Mars. So
lots of people. Many
people. Volunteers only. So you will possibly die and you must volunteer. He also sent another crew up to the International Space Station that allegedly encountered a nearby UFO before successfully docking again.
Will, what's the correct terminology?
UAP, but that's according to the Navy.
Thank
UFO, according to SpaceX. So he's using his own terminology, the OG terminology here. He's being sued by jealous Jeff Bezos because SpaceX keeps rightfully winning every single NASA contract, and Bezos wants some of the action. This time it's a lunar lander. So Blue Origin's mad at SpaceX for winning everything.
I got the lunar lander.
Yep, that's Bezos right now.
That's a great nickname, is Jealous Jeff.
He is jealous, Jeff. He is jealous, Jeff, of Elon for sure.
Or Bald Bezos.
He's got so many good ones.
Bald Bezos is better.
So Elon also
bad Bald Bezos.
So mad.
Elon made a shitload of money for Tesla last quarter, selling off some of their Bitcoin. And probably related to that, he qualified for an $11 billion bonus from Tesla this week. Oh, he's also hosting SNL on May 8th in what will surely be the most awkward episode of all time.
He's on one.
Yeah, he's on one. He also upgraded his Twitter bio from meme necromancer to Imperator of Mars, which means commander of Mars. So he's not shying away from any of it. Just leaning.
You're all going to die.
It.
It's just destiny. Volunteers only. I'm the Imperator of Mars. Deal with it.
That's Elon right now.
Would you get a manslaughter charge if you were like, anyone that walks through that door is gonna die, and then someone walks through that door?
Yeah, he should dial it back, Pat. He's like threatening death on them, and then
he's the Imperator. He will be on Mars, where he will be the judge, jury, and executioner. So I don't think he's worried about the courts.
I understand there's not, interstellar federation of justice yet.
It's assumed risk, right?
So Pat, that's the thing, is I think it depends on when, like if it's right at launch and they're still in the Earth's atmosphere, maybe. But if they're in space,
he's like, these poor people are gonna die. He tweets it as they're taking off.
He shoots one as soon as they take off.
Just
to set the tone,
just to show them.
I told you there would be deaths.
Get him used to a dead body.
Get him used to a dead body.
That's what they call leadership.
Shit. Hopefully it's not that dark. Honorable mentions: Mr. Beast's burger release. John Kerry continues to be a U.S. foreign policy liability, and Rick Santorum dislikes Native Americans, apparently, which Pat will talk more about later.
Yeah, Rick's going in the soft corner. So
nice. All right,
that's the buzz.
All right, guys. This next story is a reminder to everyone out there, especially couples planning a wedding, that no place is sacred and nothing is safe from thieves, not even your wedding gifts on your wedding day. All right. So as many of you know, I'm also a wedding photographer. I've been to hundreds of them. And at almost every wedding, there is either a little gift table or a little box like the one behind me.
The bird cage.
Yeah, the bird cage, right. To stuff for the couple, maybe, like Mark just said, you got a cute little bird cage or they are smart and it's literally a locked box because they don't trust their cousin's dates. Now, those cards are not only filled with cliche well wishes, they are also filled with cold, hard cash. And it is incredibly easy to steal if you have the balls, or in this thief's case, the ovaries, to pull off the heist. And here is the story from Inside Edition.
It was the happiest day of their lives, saying I do in front of their closest friends and family. But who was this mystery woman spotted on surveillance video at their reception?
We did not invite her to the wedding. She was not a guest.
You can see her approach the gift table. Does she walk off with cards filled with money?
You don't ever go to a wedding where you know every single person there. No one there would look at her or anybody, and say, "Who are you?"
And they are not alone. These other couples say the same woman also targeted their weddings. Police say she's a suspect in more than a dozen wedding thefts spanning 3 states.
She wears
Tennessee,
the same outfit.
Mississippi, and Alabama,
she looks like a
going
lady.
Back to 2017.
Like she works at the church. Yeah.
Authorities have identified her as 54-year-old Sandra Henson.
All right,
man,
Sandra Henson.
See,
she looks like she's got some years on her.
Oh yeah. Well, she
She's
looks
seen
way
some hard
older
time.
in the security footage than she did in her mugshot photo. But
Yeah.
this is a lot like in Goodfellas. Remember when Karen is like, "Oh, where's the bag? The bag with the money?" And Ray Liotta's like, "No, don't worry about it. No one's gonna steal that here."
Right.
Yeah.
Well, not when you're at a mob wedding.
No, I know.
When
Yeah.
Sandra Henson's there, she might.
Yeah.
Because she doesn't know what their professions are. She could have hit a mob wedding by accident.
She would have known.
True.
It would have been too nice. I'm sure she has like a threshold where her senses go off, or maybe
She's
not.
an evil
Wes,
wedding crasher.
You tell us.
Yeah, well, no, so she's denied everything, but I was thinking like, what a fucking day for her. Like she gets dressed up, she goes and smiles at people having the best day of their lives. Nobody suspects anything because, like that woman said, like you go to a wedding, the only people that might know everyone there are the bride and groom. That's it. And then she goes home and she's like undoing the card. She's like, "Oh, look at Uncle Jim, big spender, $300. Thanks, Uncle Jim. Haha." You know, she's just like opening these cards like presents.
It is perfect. I mean, you can get away with it because even the bride and groom don't know everybody.
See,
you don't know
changed.
everybody from like
Right.
the person's work or whatever. Yeah, it's
this is true of all crimes, but this crime really peaked probably around like 1998 because like people don't use cash as much anymore, and there's like fucking video cameras everywhere. But dude, back in the day, this would have been the crime to do.
Scot-free. Oh yeah, that's why they have the locks on the cages.
They only catch her with a shitty camcorder, and they can't even identify her.
Right.
But still, the first time she got home from the first wedding, I
Mhm.
bet she was nervous, and then she got home with it, and she was like, "This is foolproof." She's like, "This is all day."
Wes, have you ever had a fantasy where the police contact you and want to see the footage that you shot at a wedding, but for a different reason?
No, I haven't had that fantasy.
See,
Hasn't
like-
happened yet, though. That sounds.
Did the
sounds
DJ
exciting.
fuck up again?
No, the DJ didn't. Fuck up, no. He just keeps going one more time. Yeah, no, he didn't make any faux pas. I was working
Okay.
with the guy who called the dead father to the father-daughter dance.
Come
this
on
weekend.
down, Dad.
Come on
While
down,
we're
Dad.
young, father-daughter
waiting on you,
dance.
Dad.
Yeah, you know this woman has caused this. Can you imagine how many fucking family feuds this woman has caused because they're blaming it on like fucking like
constantly.
the cousin's date or the
Yep.
vendor that's there. Like
Oh,
he
no,
was
it's the
going to the
cousin
bathroom a lot. You know,
Who had an
like-
opioid problem. That's
Yeah,
who's
exactly.
blamed for this shit.
yeah, exactly. And he's just furious, denying it. So
Yeah, it's like the
Um,
black sheep in every family's catching the blame. Like,
Yeah.
Oh,
nobody believes him.
Everyone,
Terrible.
behind closed doors, everyone's like, it's definitely him.
Because like one
Right.
side believes it's the other side, the other
Yeah.
one side believes like it's the black sheep of the other side, and vice versa.
She's probably destroyed
every one
marriages.
of these.
Yeah, she's
Oh.
destroyed families.
Does
Yeah,
it say
yeah.
anything about what she's doing with the checks, or like if it's not cash, or like how they catch her?
No, well, they caught her through surveillance footage.
Right,
'cause
those
she
videos.
they just kept happening. She's done it since 2017. So finally, they
She
fucking
got
caught
two
on.
balls to,
Yeah, she did it one too many times, but she was going like state to state. She was concentrated in the South, but yeah, that's how they caught her. But no, I think that if you have a check, you just rip it up. She's going for the cash or gift cards.
for sure. Check
Yeah.
you're caught instantly.
Right, yeah, you
It's
can't
gotta
really do
be
that.
Just
So-
cash.
Yeah, so they're saying do it in a lockbox or have family members Venmo you or fucking it's tacky, right? It's tacky to fucking keep a lockbox of
Oh,
cards.
man, no.
at your wedding.
No, it's not. Do the cage thing. I think we
Well-
had a cage and it was fine.
Yeah, but did you have like a big padlock on it?
I don't know. I think it was like a small one. I mean, somebody could have definitely snipped it. if they
Yeah.
had,
I mean,
a
that's like-
tiny
that's-
little
but that's like-
scissors.
That's like kind of like almost ornamental. Like they want you to put like a fucking safe at your wedding.
If I ever get married, I'm gonna build a honeypot. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna this is gonna be my side thing. This is gonna be how I enjoy the day.
Hmm.
Is I'm gonna set up a really loosely locked or unsecure money drop situation. Then I'm gonna hire a guy,
like a bait car.
yeah, to act as a wedding guest, but he's really just gonna keep an eye, or her. He's gonna keep
There
an
you
eye on that thing all day. Maybe I'll hire like one of those kids who's it's like they're like an adult, but they look really young.
Yeah.
To
Yeah,
be
do
the
that.
guard to kind of really.
And pretend to get drunk like in Kingpin, but you're just drinking club soda.
So that's. Gonna
I
be
thought
my-
you meant like an actual honey pot where like you were gonna like if someone reached into it, they would have like honey or some sort of identifying
Well,
thing
shit.
on their arm. Yeah.
Shit.
Or shit. Yeah, shit
Like a
pot.
dye pack.
Yeah,
Shit
like
is
a
new
dye
honey.
pack. Like you get like your hands blue if you put it in there, and you're like, well, you're
Little-
Sarah Henson.
With a little
Yeah.
fortune cookie paper that says human shit, just to make sure they know that it's human.
Everybody shake the hand to the person to the right of you. If that hand is covered in honey.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That could work.
So that's that. She's busted. No one needs to worry about her anymore. So, but I'll tell you what, though, guys, one of my absolute favorite things to do at night is toss and turn and worry about all the things that I can't control: money, relationships, my own health, just a hodgepodge of torture. But let me tell you, this new Helix mattress that I have that they sent to me has drastically lowered the amount of time I do and am able to do that. It's so comfortable. 1 minute I'm wondering if I need a colonoscopy at my age, and then the next thing I'm awake and it's morning, you know. So the mattress is that comfortable.
Do you remember? Do you remember about the colonoscopy when you wake up?
No, I do it all over again at night.
Yeah,
weird dreams. Man.
Yeah, that's right. So the Helix Sleep has a quiz that just takes 2 minutes to complete, matches your body type and sleep preferences. The perfect mattress for you and your sleep style. They have all levels of firmness, and the mattresses are great for cooling you down if you sleep hot, like Mark. Even a Helix Plus mattress for plus size sleepers like all of us. I took the quiz. I was matched with the Midnight Luxe mattress because I wanted something a little softer. I sleep on my side and back. It's a game changer, especially on those hot Texas nights. Best mattress I've ever owned. So take the quiz.
Nice.
Yeah, it's amazing. So take the quiz. You order the mattress. It's your match to. It comes right to your door, shipped for free. And Helix was awarded #1 best mattress overall pick 2020 by GQ and Wired magazine. So just go to helixsleep.com/hardfactor. Take that little sleep quiz, and they'll match you to the custom mattress, and we'll give you the best sleep of your life. They have a 10-year warranty.
Whew.
Yeah, it's amazing. So
GQ and Wired. So if you're handsome or nerdy, it works for you.
There's all kinds of science in these things. It's just perfect. So, and you get to try it out for 100 nights, risk-free. They'll even pick it up for you if you don't love it, but there's no chance of that. Helix is offering up to $200 off all mattress orders, and 2 free pillows for our listeners at helixsleep.com/hardfactor. Yes. That's helixsleep.com/hardfactor for up to $200 off and 2 free pillows.
Hell yeah. All right, guys, delete your search history, delete your search history, delete your search history. Lutheran priest Thomas Gothard, who was accused of killing his wife. Someone should have told him that before.
Mozilla. You got to use Mozilla.
Yeah. What?
Here he is. Let's get a look at this guy, the guy that killed his wife. There's a way too intense mugshot from him, from the 44-year-old. Does that look like a guy who might have killed his wife?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes,
what's his profession? He works in the church?
A priest, Lutheran priest.
My goodness.
Those priests are allowed to marry, I guess. Gothard told authorities that his wife, a 43-year-old psychologist, was in a very depressed state when she just vanished from the couple's home in Frederiksund on October 26th. Convenient thing to tell the cops, right?
I don't know where she went.
Yeah, exactly.
We were in a huge fight, and she just disappeared.
She got so mad.
No idea.
Needed a couple days to figure things out.
She was depressed, so I didn't care to look for her. When she didn't show up to her child's birthday party on October 29th, it was her sister, not her husband, who finally reported her missing 3 days later. He was just going to let it ride.
Jesus.
Wow. She's done this before, right? He's
sure.
upset her to this
That's
point.
what he's telling
right?
people.
He's
telling people she's done this before. It was weird because she left her cell phone, her computer, and her credit cards behind, police said, so that was weird.
She must have left in a hurry.
She must have left in a depressed hurry. So, several months later, I guess not a month later, police probably weren't surprised when they finally got their hands on Gothard's computer and found in his search history things like sea depth, disappeared, oil barrels, suicide, cleaning oil barrels, and how to kill the bitch. The last one was a dead giveaway. You should have known better on the last one.
Oh no,
man! Yeah. Everyone knows that you do your murder Googling at the library.
Yes,
right. Or
Not on your personal computer. Investigators later found hydrochloric acid and caustic soda, whatever that is. I guess that goes with
to destroy her body inside the oil drum.
It's like a Mentos Coca-Cola scenario in the couple's home. Surveillance footage from November 6th, which was like a month later, at a recycling station showed Gothard moving a large barrel on a hand truck. So they found like the barrel. It was kind of like the story packed in.
They just have a video of the act.
Yeah, when the guy was like burying the woman in his mother's backyard. Gothard is set to begin his murder trial almost a year to the date after he murdered his wife, allegedly, in a tub of acid, and is probably searching for things now like face to make to jury and how to fake cry.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
Countries without extradition treaties with wherever he's from.
Yeah.
Right.
What country did this happen in? Germany?
I forget to put it in. I'll have to look it up.
I think it's Finland, but
Denmark.
It's like Lithuania, something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Russia is your best bet here, just so you guys know. That's the most developed country without an extradition treaty with the United States. If anyone's curious.
Don't you guys use? Am I the only one? Mozilla, Denmark, Mozilla for when you're like
No,
you
go on
for
with
your,
Mozilla.
for your
What's
porn for your porn searches.
Don't you just
and
do the
stuff?
incognito tab?
Just private browsing.
Yeah, on Mozilla. Yeah, that's what. But I use
right?
I use a completely
you mean
different browser.
You mean Firefox is like destroys your evidence? You think Mozilla Firefox?
No. It just doesn't keep your. It's like there's a really good private thing. So like if you're looking at
what
porn,
Wes is
like
saying is everyone's A browser is Google Chrome, right? But
Yes.
what Wes is saying is he has a B browser,
Yes.
which is exclusively for pornography.
He's got his own dark web, but it's just Mozilla Firefox.
I got Firefox is my dirty browser.
No,
He
it's
has
so
an
he can
air gap
save all
browser.
the
Just admitted it.
searches.
No, because it disappears as soon as I'm done.
What disappears on incognito mode? Just use it.
Just like the tissues in the toilet.
Yeah.
Oh, Wes. All right, guys.
Wait a minute, Wes. You come over and there's like 3 Mozilla tabs open.
Oh yeah.
What the fuck?
Don't make that mistake. If you leave it open, you're fucked.
All right.
Let's kick it over to the soft corner. We haven't done the soft corner in a while, and I think it's important that we throw, and we get the chance to throw, more importantly, the former U.S. Senator from Pennsylvania and current CNN political correspondent Ricky Santorum right in the fucking soft corner. I don't know if you guys saw what Rick Santorum did and said.
No, I'm excited.
But Jesus Christ, what a fucking idiot.
Gave a little speech.
Gave a little speech, Ricky Boy did. He was giving a little speech to a young conservatives group called Young Americans Foundation. This is back on Friday. And Santorum used the opportunity to punch down and ignore the genocide of Native Americans in an attempt to make some sort of weird point about Judeo-Christian values. It was really weird. He was essentially trying to make a point that totally confirmed or reaffirmed the beliefs of the people he was talking to.
Yeah.
Essentially pretended that, well, let me play you the clip. It's a lot of fun.
Okay.
Here we go. This is Rick Santorum speaking to some young
about
conservatives.
this country. I don't know of any other country in the world that was settled predominantly by people who were coming to practice their faith. It's in our DNA. If you think of other countries like Italy and Greece and China and Turkey and places like that, they've all sort of changed over time, but not us. We came here and created a blank slate. We birthed a nation from nothing. I mean, there's nothing here. I mean, yes, we have Native Americans, but candidly, that there isn't much Native American culture in American culture. It was born of the people who came here pursuing religious liberty to practice their faith, to live as they ought to live, and have the freedom to do so. Religious liberty. Those are the two bulwarks of America. Faith and freedom.
We created a blank slate is just such a fun way to say genocide, isn't it?
Yeah.
It
Well,
is.
he's not allowed in the casinos, is he?
No.
Not
Ricky
certain
Rick.
ones, no.
No.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
he-
that's what I meant. The Indian casinos, yeah.
Yeah, he sounded like a Templar knight captain, hyping up the squad, like they were about to go retake the Holy Land. Also, speaking of the Holy Land, wouldn't Israel probably be the first notable state to form fleeing religious persecution?
There's a fuck ton
You'd
of them.
think.
Will.
Yeah,
Yeah.
way more than just
Yeah.
America.
Well,
But,
is he trying to is he trying to round up another group of people to genocide? What was the point?
The point is, so he was essentially look, it's a bunch of Christians he was talking to, and he's trying to
I
say
know, I
we're
get
the
it, I'm
best and we
joking,
invented it, and that's one viewpoint. It happens to be the viewpoint of white supremacists. What he was talking about, it's literally on white supremacist websites. But he's a fucking senator, man. That's my problem with
Former.
this. It's a former, but it's not that this guy's just a fucking idiot and it is ignoring a genocide and saying, yeah, man, there were Native Americans, but there's not really much culture. Native
But their
American
culture sucked.
Didn't do
Right.
much, did they?
We didn't take any
Didn't
of
put
it.
up a fight.
You know what? We looked at
Didn't take
that
any of it.
culture and we said, "Fuck that." And
Yeah, has he ever swam in any river ever? They're all named after Native Americans. And also, maybe Rick, you should look up the fucking fact that our literal Constitution is based on the Iroquois Constitution. You asshole. He also was saying, I thought it was funny. It's faith and freedom, unless of course you have brown skin from about 1619 to about 1865. But you would have been busy birthing a nation for your masters,
Right.
out of nothing.
Birthing a nation into we haven't changed a bit is like, I don't know if you guys have watched Gone with the Wind ever, but we've changed a lot. No. Like the country's changed a shitload. So it doesn't make any sense what he's saying, like we started that way and nothing has changed, because a lot has changed.
Yeah, I wonder if he's ever had corn either. Like,
I wonder if he's ever watched Birth of a Nation. I haven't seen that.
He's
one,
seen it.
You think he has? He's a fan.
Big time. Come on, this is Rick Santorum we're talking about, guys. Everyone is calling for him to be fired from CNN. Obviously Native American groups, but literally everyone, conservatives, liberals, everyone's pissed at Rick. Now you might be thinking like, give Rick another chance. This is one flub, and you'd be wrong. This is a choice quote from Rick Santorum when talking to the Parkland survivors. Hey guys, how about kids, instead of looking to someone else to solve their problem, do something about, I don't know, maybe taking CPR classes or trying to deal with situations that when there is a violent shooter, you can actually respond to that.
That's like a Biden shoot him in the leg take right there.
That's bad, man.
That's a bad one. And he's saying that to the Parkland kids.
Get your tiny hands in there with tweezers and pull those little bullets out of those.
Yeah, you
kids.
learn CPR, you lazy sons of bitches. Guys, let's take it to the internet real quick. Where Twitter user Pay says, "Hey, at Rick Santorum, I hope you know that even after all these years, quote, frothy mixture of lube and fecal matter is still the first result on Google." And that, of course, is when you search Santorum, and he attached a picture of the Google results when you.
No way.
And he's right.
Cool. So Google fucking hates this guy.
Do you guys want to know why?
Why?
So this is pretty great. Back in 2015, Dan Savage, the sex writer, took issue with some comments Santorum made about homosexual marriage, right? Okay. And he asked his readers to create a new definition for the word Santorum. And in response, his readers came up with the definition of frothy mixture of lube and fecal matter that is sometimes the byproduct of anal sex. So there's a Wikipedia about Dan Savage asking for people to rename Santorum and then what he chose to define Santorum, and it's the first result for Santorum.
He's like truffle butter.
Frothy, huh?
He's basically truffle butter, but in the butt instead of the vagina. What's it called? Do you think Santorum's on the phone right now being like, anyone got a Native American guy I can take a picture with?
Well, he came back and said he gave a one-sentence response. I had no intention of minimizing or anyway devaluing Native American culture. Really, Rick?
Could have fooled me.
Yeah. I mean, regardless of your politics, this guy's a fucking leader of our country. You're a fucking asshole, Rick Santorum.
Is he though? Because he's like not still.
Well, but he's on CNN. He has a public platform, and he's a two-time senator. The only reason he's not a senator because he had a failed run for president. Thank God. But yeah, fuck you, Rick Santorum. And guys, you probably upgraded a few things around the house after being stuck inside. I know I did. It makes sense. Now, guys, it's time to upgrade your yard because summer is a-coming. And a paradise backyard is what I'm talking about. There's only way to get that, and it's fastgrowingtrees.com. You need a new tree. I suggest you get a tree. You put it right next to your grill. I'm sure there are trees on there that thrive from getting meat drippings and anything that comes off the grill. And it's just going to be a really nice thing to look at when you're flipping burgers during Fat Boy Summer. If you're watching YouTube right now, you'll see Will busted out his grow light for the hard factor tree that we still haven't officially named. We're looking for a real fat name for it.
Real fat name for the ficus tree. Yeah, he's just getting some extra rays.
And Will, how did that tree come to you? How was it shipped to you?
I mean, incredibly professionally, just thriving, so alive, and in a box directly to my door within, I'd say, a couple hours of when I ordered.
Jesus Christ. And you picked that out from the world's largest online nursery, which is fastgrowingtrees.com. Skip the big box stores, guys. Head to fastgrowingtrees.com and don't wait in line. Don't mess with getting your car dirty, digging through a lackluster selection. Just go to fastgrowingtrees.com. Choose from thousands of varieties of trees, shrubs, or plants. These are expertly curated to thrive in your area, wherever you live. So you can't be an idiot. It's idiot proof. That's something really important for me. And it delivers right to your door, as Will said, in just 1 or 2 days. Planting season's here, guys. So join over 1 million satisfied gardeners at fastgrowingtrees.com. Now through June 30th, if you go to fastgrowingtrees.com/factor, you get 15% off. That's 15% off at fastgrowingtrees.com/factor.
Yeah, get in on it. It's not like an official rule of Fat Boy Summer, but it's a recommended rule to get yourself a tree or shrub buddy in your backyard while you're grilling in the pool, and name it and send us the picture of it.
It's gonna just make your experience in the backyard more delightful. So
and your wife or girlfriend or parents or whoever you live with, your roommate is gonna be like, "Holy shit, man! You know how to buy trees?
You got your shit together if you buy a tree."
They will think you. They will think you know it.
Yeah. You must have gotten everything else in your life done.
Well, thank you, Pat, for the story and the ad read, but you might want to earmuffs for this one. It's an anti-beaver story.
Okay.
Also kind of validates what the Canadian guys on the Discord say, that you beavers are a nuisance and a menace. Beavers in British Columbia, Canada, built a dam near internet, TV, and cell phone fiber optic cables, and they were like, well, we can't have that near our dam, so they chewed through said cables, knocking out all those forms of communication for half of the town of Tumbler Ridge.
Whoa. The beavers took out the fucking...
They dug 3 feet underground and then chewed through a 4.5-inch thick tubing that was protecting the cables, and then chewed through the cables at multiple locations. They made short work of it, to be honest.
Could you imagine if this happened to one of us with our jobs? Like, I would be fucking going
beaver
ape shit inside my house, screaming.
That's a dead beaver. Yeah, that's a dead beaver. Beavers have chewed through our fiber cable at multiple points, causing extensive damage, said Liz Suave, who has an awesome last name and is a spokesperson for the telecommunications company Telus that was hit by the beavers up there in British Columbia. So you're probably thinking, whoa, like Will was saying, this is weird and unlucky for that small town in Canada. But no, it turns out beavers hate power and the internet, and this is more of an epidemic than a one-off. June 27th, 2016, more than 1,500 customers left without power and internet when beavers chewed through trees, knocking over power lines in Hancock County, Maine. October 30th, 2017, 3,500 Prince Albert, Canada residents are left powerless to the evils of beavers that chewed through a power pole that was then exposed and finished off by the wind. March 15th, 2018, more than 1,000 customers left without power in Kentucky when a beaver purposely chewed through a tree that knocked over a power line. December 22nd, 2000, more than 10,000 people in Aroostook County, Maine, left without power after a beaver laughing and pointing at power lines then chews through a tree that, of course, perfectly falls into the power lines because they can clearly aim these things. Need I go on?
Yeah, that's the move, right?
Need I go on?
Fucking...
Well, it seemed like that was the move. It's 2020 for the last one, December 22nd, 2020. I was going in ascending order towards closer to us. It seems like they were doing above ground work, and now the most recent one in British Columbia, they're going below ground and finishing the job with fiber optic cables.
They're getting
it doesn't
professional.
Matter.
This is like Ocean's 11. They're getting more advanced.
They clearly it explains why Pat
11.
Explain why Pat, who named his internet cave the Beaver Dam, rarely had internet because that's clearly an enemy of the beaver.
Point.
Sorry that these beavers care about your physical health, bro. It's Play 60, okay?
So you're saying that they're trying to get people off the net.
Get off your butt. Get outside.
Yeah. And then they want you to get off your butt and chase them.
Right. Go
I'm glad you don't live in the Beaver Dam anymore. Now we know that was a cursed name.
It's not.
They call them God's little rascals.
That's right. And that's we're out of time. It's like the beavers are chewing through our cable and power. That's it for the show.
Okay.
So thank you all for tuning in. Like we said, PFT's on tomorrow's show. And then the shirt Wes is wearing, I ordered today. Mm-hmm. And Fat Boy Summer's rolling.
That is a good looking shirt.
We got Trees and Mattresses as sponsors. It's like pretty fucking awesome. Get yourself a tree or a shrub. Get yourself a nice mattress. But most importantly, after you leave a 5-star review and voicemail at 512-270-1480, have a great fucking day.